So, hello everyone, and yeah, I'm really excited. Welcome to Chart Doctor in Action, my very first LinkedIn Live. Okay, first let's check if everything's working. I just don't know. So, if someone is here already, please let me know in the chat. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Let's see, and I will check if comments. I can see the comments. That would be great. So would be nice if some of you that are joining will leave me a message if they can see and hear me. That would be great. So how's been your day today? So my is very exciting because yeah, first LinkedIn Live, and I'm really looking forward to do with you today the 3 seconds test. All right, so Anna Maria, yes, I can hear and see you. Thank you. Very, very great. Okay, good to know. Thank you, Dominic. That's perfect. Audio and voice are both fine. Wow. Okay, first big hurdle. All right, so what will we do today? Just half an hour during your lunch break. I don't want to steal too much time from you. So you can see here the 3 seconds test. How good is this data visualization? This test takes you actually only 3 seconds, but let's put it a little bit into perspective. What can you expect? Why do you need it? Yeah, and how does it work? So first thing is the data analytics marathon. This is a really great picture from Brent Dykes. And you see, you have to do a really long marathon to get to the value in the end. Data collection, data preparation, data visualization, data analysis. And in the end, you have this insight communication and take action. And this is very often where many dashboards, data products, projects fail, and you cannot manage to get through the last mile. And today it's all about this one thing, this insight communication. Yeah. And we want to test exactly this one step, if this works. So first question, how do you know that your insight communication does not work? Oh, hello, Julie. Thanks. Great that you are here. I see your comment. That's really nice. So how do you know that your insight communication does not work? The first, the most biggest common typical thing is no one uses your dashboard. So that's kind of a proxy. But there can be different things like never-ending change requests. The users say, "Hey, it looks really brilliant, love it, but can you add this? Can I export it to Excel?" And all these things are never-ending, right? Or they love it, they use it, but no actions are taken. So these can all be signs that something is off with your insights communication. So what are the main reasons? One reason is users cannot understand the data visualization, but there might be another reason. Does not answer my question. So I'm the user, I have a question, and the dashboard is maybe interesting and has a lot of value, business value theoretically, but I'm a user that has problems right now, today, and I want answers. And I look at this dashboard, I don't get it. So this might also be a problem that you have. So how can we solve this? The main obstacle here is that you are a dashboard creator, maybe a BI expert, a data analyst, data scientist, someone in the data job, and you are not the user. You are creating the dashboards for different business users typically, and you don't know what are they thinking, what's their problem, what's their daily job. So it's hard to put yourself in their perspective, and also often we just forget it. I have to admit, I did it myself. I'm just forgetting it. We forget why we have built this dashboard in the first place. we get so overwhelmed with all these data topics and transformation, and we are so proud that we finally managed it and all the filters are working, but it doesn't answer the question. So let's see how we can put ourselves into the perspective of the user. So the 3 seconds test is a test that you can do every time to see if your own visualization actually works. Take a step back and see how it works. So there's one question I have to you. What I told you, the situation that the user cannot understand, or that their questions cannot be answered, that you kind of feel that no one uses your dashboard. Is this something that you have encountered? Please tell me in the chat if you have experienced this already. What are your experiences with the situation? Yeah. So I want to tell you now how the 3 seconds test actually works. The first thing is you ask yourself, who am I? So of course you are not, you're not yourself right now, but you're the user. So in our example, we will be talking about 2 different apps that track calories and that have 2 nice data visualizations for tracking this. So you are not yourself, but you are Mary. Let's call this person Mary. Mary started tracking her calories last week, and she wants to reduce her daily calories in order to reduce weight, right? So what's the second thing is, what's my biggest question? So what is Mary's biggest question in the situation where she tracked the calories the whole day long, and she opened, now it's dinner time, and she opens the app. What is her biggest question right now before she starts preparing dinner? What do you think? So let me know this in the comments. I need your input here. Okay. So what could it be? She starts preparing dinner. What's her biggest question? So I think the biggest question is, yeah, Julie, how many calories do I have left? Exactly. How much can I eat today? Yeah, Dominic. How much calories do I have left for the day can I spend on dinner? Exactly. Yeah. So this is the first major step for evaluating your dashboard, is being really clear about not just all the questions, but because typically it's not just one question, but maybe they have more like 10. But what's their biggest question in one situation? And you want to streamline your user interface for exactly this question. Then next step is look 3 seconds at your visualization. Only 3 seconds, then close your eyes. And then note what answers you saw. Did you see any answer to this one biggest specific question? Okay, now we will do this test together, right? You are all Mary, and I will show you the this one app just for 3 seconds. We have a little bit delay here, I think, in the live, so I try to do it exactly 3 seconds, and then after that you tell me what you saw, right? Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Very short. So I want to know from you now. What did you see? So first thing, only what's your impression? What did you see? And oh, we have a long leg. And what did you see? And did it answer your question? So the question was, how much can I eat for dinner? Okay, Matthias, a lot of numbers and text, but no clue what it means. Yes. I'm wondering if I can highlight this. Add to broadcast. Yeah, haha, works. Too many details, too long to figure out, left confused. Yeah, exactly. So I'm showing this again, a little bit longer for us to analyze. Yeah. Oh. 3 donut charts: consumed, burned, balanced, but no time to look at the color legend. Yeah, and there truly, honestly, there wasn't even a color legend there. Yeah, but it's 2 different, like equally rings out there, donut charts, and they are very colorful, and you don't have a clue what that all means. No legend at all, yes. Lisa, some statistics on consumed calories definitely not answer my question. Yes, exactly, because what you see here is consumed calories. Like, I guess that red and green and blue here means that it's probably the macronutrients like fat and carbohydrates and protein, right? But it's showing you only what you have consumed and not really a hint what you have left. So right now, when you can look at it again, you see that, yeah, maybe a little bit longer. You see that you have here this balance, yeah, and this might answer our questions. It says 185 balance calories balance, and this, if you know what they mean with balance, you know that you can still eat today 185 calories. But yeah, there's also the problem with the labeling. Yeah, balance is not really clear. Yeah, even if you had time to read the labeling with balance, it's still not really clear. Yeah, and Franziska says, and the values in the charts don't sum up to 100%. You mean the calories? Yeah, maybe. That's weird. Okay. Didn't see that. Okay. So then, without further ado, more time, still no idea. Okay, but that's Chronometer. That's one of the most used apps, and everyone has to deal with this every day. So we do a second test with a second app that's called LiveSum, and still again the same thing. You are Mary, and you want to know how much can I eat for dinner, how much calories. All right, let's go. If you are ready, I switch to it like 3 seconds. Okay, back to me. Yeah, difference between burn and consumed is the question. And this is burned means that you have used the calorie, your body has burned it with just living or with doing some exercise. And consumed is what you ate, right? So in, out, yeah. So what did you see at LiveSum, at the second app? Did you know how much calorie you can eat? Can you see this within like 3 seconds? Okay, what did you see? Dominic says, donut chart with the amount of calories left. Yes, so is this clear? That's really the main thing that jumps into your eyes, this big one donut chart with calories left. Tagesbewertung is great, calories left, right in the center. Yes, so I have to admit it was a German screenshot, and I translated a bit for you, the most important thing at the topic, but not the bottom with all the rest. Yeah, so Tagesbewertung means how was your day? And that's also maybe great because it helps you to actually interpret it better. Okay, Julie says, I can see much more clearly what I have left. Exactly. Burhan says, much better in terms of answering the question. Exactly. Fewer colors made it less confusing. Yeah, if you, so we switch it back to it. And we put both side by side, right? Like that. Okay. Dominic says, better focus on the relevant information. Yeah. Lisa says, the left calories were super present, and also the language I would use, calories left, was used, which makes things easier. Exactly. So there's a big potential if you're not only concentrating on the visuals, but also on the labels, on the wording. You don't have much space typically, so it must really be on point and use the wordings that the users use. Yeah, of course. So that's, I think it's really a nice example of things that go typically wrong. The chronometer, the first one, that tried to show too much in one chart. Yeah, that's maybe the main mistake they are making. And they have not in mind the most important data question. Yeah. So someone says, but still not clear, which part of the donut are the calories left and which are the consumed? So yes, you mean here the first one. We have one donut that shows like 100% of the consumed calories, and they are split into the macronutrients like carbohydrates, protein, and fat. The burned, I'm not sure what it's split. Maybe the base energy that your body's using plus exercise plus I don't know what. Yeah. And the balance says, how much have you left in the second app? Okay. But still not clear which part of the donut are the calories left and which are the consumed. Okay. So if you open this multiple times a day, you see that it's slowly growing. So the thick white line says which is what is actually already consumed and what you have left. But yeah, it's kind of weird because in the middle it is highlighted what is left, and in the chart is highlighted what you have already consumed. So it's a little bit difficult to understand, right? Yeah, you learn it when you use it, but that was not the test. The test was like 3 seconds, you're not learning anything, and is it on point? So to wrap up, I'd say the second app is much better. And you can see that they put a lot more effort into designing it. Yeah, it looks a little bit better, but also labeling, they try to reduce the colors, but at the same time, they try to reduce the information in it. So there is a clear information hierarchy. Yeah, if you look at it, you have more detailed add-on information. So first, your most important question is, how much can I eat? And this is right there in the center, very big and very easy and simple. So it's inviting. You know, you don't have to spend a lot of mental load, mental energy to decode it. It's very simple. But then you have maybe another question. And the second question is, so I know I have 282 calories left, but how much carbs, protein, and fat can I eat? And here I can see I can still eat some carbs. I can still eat a lot of protein. Please don't mind these weird macronutrients like 300 protein. You shouldn't do this. But I have consumed, let's assume that's normal. Yeah. I have consumed too much fat because this is highlighted. This is yellow, and you see you are over your threshold, yeah, over your limit. You wanted to consume only 104 grams, but it's much more. So that gives you additional information on what to eat for dinner, not just how much calories, but what exactly. Something with less fat, maybe. So that may be a secondary data question. Then you see they are also showing consumed and burned very similar to the first one. Yeah, but this is much more put in the background. Doesn't have this bright donuts. It's just like secondary information, just one number, no split into macronutrients, nothing. Very easy to read. And why do they do this? So you would ask, okay, I have answered the data question. I know how much I can eat and what macronutrients, but I maybe don't trust the data. How did they calculate this? So I still want I know they track my exercise, and they deducted from the calories they added to the calories I'm allowed to eat each day, and I want to see how did they calculate this. And the left and right information kind of leads me through it. So I see how much I have consumed, and I see that they're actually tracking how much exercise I made this day. And then I know, okay, I went running today. That was about 200 calories, and another 100 is added for like normal living, or 200. So that's a good number. So what they actually do here is building trust. So I put this here. Can I do this? No. I have to go out of the presentation and then. Okay. So what we have here is 3 things. Yeah. Main answer is in the middle. Yeah. Then we have secondary answer. And then we have here this building trust. And these are typical elements that you want to have. So Dominik says the fat information is strange. Why is there still a gray part left if you are already over 104 grams? Yes, this is, if you have a better idea how to visualize this, I would be great to hear, because that's always a problem if you're filling a bar or if you're filling a circle. How do you visualize this if you're over 100%? Yeah. If you know the Apple Watch with the rings, it just goes more and more circles. Yeah. And this is maybe similar here. You fill more and more bars. And the only way you can show this, that you're above your limit, is to change color and make it highlight. But you're right, I also struggled with this. I couldn't read it very well. It's not good. Maybe you should make more than one line and add a second line. Something like this here, yeah, and add multiple lines. That would be nicer. Something like that, yeah. So Dominik says the bar could be 100% full and colored red. Yes, but then you still, red or yellow is also good, I think, but then you still don't know how much you're more. So here you can at least see that it's maybe 170% more than you should have eaten. But it only goes until 200%, and then you are, yeah. you don't know how to go further with this data visualization. I should try this out, eat a lot of fat and see how it looks if I eat more than 208, right? All right, so these are learnings, and the big thing with this 3 seconds test is that it really forces you to focus on your persona, on your user, and on your main question. And you have so much going on in the dashboard that we tend to forget what's the main focus. Yeah, and this test is really very, very nice. I think it's very helpful. And this, by the way, is also how it works, how people are consuming or perceiving data visualizations. Also, you and me are doing this. It's called thinking fast. Yeah, you see in the first 3 seconds, without reading a legend or anything, in the first 3 seconds, you already have an opinion about what this chart is about. We are very quick and intuitive. It's not about logical thinking. It's very much the first 3 seconds is intuition, yeah, and visual perception. And then we have already an opinion. And only after that we try to, okay, step back now, I try to decode it. Logical, I read the legends, the headline, the tick marks, and really try to decode it in a logical way. But this comes only after we already read it, kind of, and have an opinion. So, and often people just don't go further. They just do these 3 seconds and then they're done. A lot of people. So this is also what makes it so important to nail these first 3 seconds, this thinking fast that we all have. So checking this, I think, is has a lot of value. There is one thing I think that we didn't touch yet. There's with the 3 rings. Yeah, did you notice that the 3 rings actually have different metaphors? So the first ring, this donut chart here, it shows you parts of a whole. Yeah, fat, protein, carbohydrates from 100%. How much or what share of what I ate today are carbohydrates? Yeah. The second donut is the same. Yeah, it's this metaphor of a pie. Whereas the third donut is not. It's, what is it? What do you think? It's a different metaphor. What metaphor is this one here? So we used the same visualization, but we changed metaphors. That's not very friendly, I think, for the user. So it looks like nice, 3 rings, but it's different metaphors. You shouldn't do this. Let me know in the chat what you think is this metaphor. So LinkedIn user is saying the bar in the background could be white instead of gray, so you see your coloring over the first full bar. Yes. That would be, yeah. So we have some ideas how we could do this better. Yeah, it could also shrink maybe. Like, so at the beginning it's like that. It's the full thing, and then we have only that, and then we add this where we are over, something like that. Don't know. But yeah, there are better solutions, of course. So I don't like this. Okay, I have a long leg probably, so I'm have to wait for your answers. But one thing is one thing for sure is be aware of the metaphors. that you are putting in your dashboard, and if these are also the metaphors that are helpful for understanding it. And be aware that you shouldn't break metaphors. So this is maybe a rare thing that you break it, but actually here we have this problem. Difference, Dominic. Yeah, it's a difference. And I say it slowly fills up, right? At the beginning of the day, it looks like only here when you ate breakfast, then you eat lunch, it's like that. Yeah, it slowly eats up. You know, I'm not quite sure now that you point this out. So I'm interested to hear from you, Julie, what you mean. But for me, it's a metaphor of filling something up. Like you have a box and you're filling it up slowly. So this is the amount of calories you can eat today, and you are starting with 0 and you're slowly filling it up. Yeah. So that's actually very interesting, because we have two different metaphors that we are actually using when we are showing pie charts or donut charts. And that's also, I think that was also a bit confusing. All right, so thank you very much for taking the test and helping me out and telling me how you found this. I did the test also myself, and I had similar results. I'm not sure what the balance metaphor is, so I hope I have clarified this. It's about you have something that is empty and you're filling it up during the day, and then it's full. So that's a metaphor of an empty box or empty glass that's filling. I think that's the metaphor. All right, so thank you very much. There are two things that are left today in the end. The first thing I want to ask you is, do you know any other cool charts or difficult charts where you think maybe they could be done a little bit better? Then please send it to me, send me a direct message in LinkedIn, write me an email, whatever. Send it to me. Maybe you have also charts, apps. Maybe you have something at your work that you are allowed to show. Maybe you have stumbled it across in social media or an article. So I really love talking about this, and I want to make more Chart Doctor in Action things where we talk about this and do the 3-second test and see what comes out. So if you have examples, I would be very happy. And the last thing for today is maybe you know already that Beyond Numbers, our bootcamp, has opened its doors, and it's still time to grab your early bird ticket until Monday evening. And what are we doing here? So you have now learned the 3 seconds test, but there are two critical points that we couldn't touch today. Is the first thing, what's my biggest question? In our situation with the app, it was fairly easy to figure this out. But in business context, this is probably the most difficult thing. And users, maybe they don't know their question themselves, or they have very too many questions, or what they tell you is not exactly what they need, because then you build it and you figure out it's not really what they needed. So that's one thing that we are covering in Beyond Numbers. And then thank you for posting it. The link to the Beyond Numbers bootcamp is here in the chat. And the second thing is what you need to figure out is make your dashboards answer the question. So this is really data visualization techniques that can use narrative storytelling techniques, like everything, to make your data visualization good and understandable and valuable and actionable. So if you want to join the Beyond Numbers bootcamp, there's still time. I would love to see you there. All right. So if you don't have any more remarks or questions, then we are done for today. I wish you a great Friday, great weekend, and yeah, see you soon. Bye. Bye bye.